a dress and doing a fucking
Yeah, he
Yes,
realized
but
what he
why
was
is it,
doing to the
but,
community, so
sir,
he take a
sir,
check from
sir,
Netflix. If you're gonna
stop,
talk about black
sir,
people, you might as
stop,
well know that
stop,
too, right?
stop, just stop.
Bitch
You don't know what you're
ass.
talking about.
Yeah,
Just
you're
continue to
Mormon,
suck my dick and continue
and you're
being
a
a bitch.
Mormon,
Now,
and you're a
anyway,
Mormon.
like I said, um,
Talk to me like that
um,
again, Bradley. See if you staying here long. Go ahead.
who the girl? Go back on mute. No one's talking to
Yeah,
you,
that's
bitch.
what I thought. Call me a
Damn.
different time.
Now, back what I was saying. Like I
Call me a
said,
different time, Bradley.
why isn't why is homophobia? Are you
Yes, what the fuck I
why is
thought.
homophobia so prevalent within the black community when it comes to black
Yo,
men being
you'll
successful
find high
in the
rates of
business?
homophobia in every culture, bro. You'll find it in
Yeah,
Nah,
Italian
that's
culture,
bullshit.
Arabic
yeah.
That's
culture,
Again, I'm
Asian
bullshit.
sorry, but
culture,
I don't
That's
think
every
bullshit.
culture.
yeah,
It's
black people
yes.
haven't been murdering gay people. But if you look at the history of
Oh, that's a
America,
lie.
right?
That's a
Have gay
lie.
people been murdered? Okay, if you had to make a guess, we're talking conversion camps, we're talking straight up murder in the streets.
Let's
Who
talk
do you
about
think has
trans
killed more?
murders. Let's talk about trans murders being on the rise every year since 2018.
That's an abominable thing. Yeah, that's terrible, honestly. And I can't defend that, but I'm not interested in defending every single negative thing that a brown person does because I'm not a psychopath, right? Like, again, if a brown person does something wrong, they should be held accountable by their actions, right? Like, because we're
But
all
they're
human
not.
beings.
They're
So,
not,
like,
though.
when you say that all of colonialism and the rape and murder of millions is okay because they're white, you see how, like, we're playing by different rules here. And I think that,
Organic.
it's,
I'm sorry, Jaw. I'm sorry, Jaw. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm
please.
so sorry.
Okay. All good.
Organic. I'm trying to put evidence on the comment section, but you disabled the pictures.
Hold
Go ahead,
on, I
Jaw.
gotta switch my.
Yeah, I guess, well, just to bring the moral piece, I think, home, right? Because I've been kind of touching on this a little bit. Are you a Christian? And if you are a Christian, how do you reconcile your belief systems that it was okay
Organic.
and to
When
be
you get a
encouraged for
chance, give me a mute
the
right quick.
murder of innocents? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Make sure you answer Josh question for the dub.
Do, do, do,
What up,
do.
Barry?
Okay, you should be able to do it now.
Yeah, give
Can I get a
Kevin a
mute right
mute.
quick?
Can I get a mute? Can I get a mute? I need a mute. Where you at?
All right.
Can I get a mute?
So,
Mute.
Bradley, when you say that about the trans, you have to say the whole thing. Why have trans been getting killed? Because they dress up as fucking women and they don't tell them that they're fucking men and they get killed. You think I'm about to sleep with you and then you tell me you're a nigga and then ask me for money, and if I don't pay you, you're gonna put the shit out online about me sleeping with you? Yes, I'm gonna kill your fucking ass. Ain't no other way out there, my nigga. Because if you don't tell me in the beginning you are fucking trans and you are a man, and then you play with me and then you try to get money out of me, because that's what they've been doing. That's what the girls on Bigo been doing. Trust me, I've been on this bitch 8 years. I heard all of them say it. All of them say they sleep with niggas. They don't tell them that they're fucking men, and then they ask for money for it. So when you say that shit, Bradley, say the whole fucking thing. People just ain't going around. Black people ain't going around saying, "Let me kill a trans." That's not what's happening, nigga. Because somebody just said Big Freedia been a trans for years, and nobody tried to kill that nigga in New Orleans. Nobody. The nigga still live in the hood. So that's fucking false, bro. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, y'all muted. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Nothing.
that's not
Big.
always the
Okay,
case. I
so
think he's speaking to the numbers of
exactly,
murders are
exactly.
black and browns, but who we don't know who the fuck are doing these fucking murders. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of shit be going on, whatever, whatever. We can't put that on one community like, oh, they're killing all the trans. Like, why is it like, just like it
Yeah,
No,
Right,
doesn't make
that is
sense.
who's doing it
yeah.
right.
though. I mean, that is who's doing it because it's a lot of DLs. Like another way that they're getting killed is they having
Exactly.
relationships with them, and then they turn around and tell them where they know they're men. Let's talk about that.
You
Where
talking
these
about the
Yeah.
men
power
know these
bottoms
Yes.
that
men
be
are
getting
men.
swallowed?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
swallow.
right.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on, let me do it. Let me do it.
Heavy
I got it. I got it. Y'all ready?
Heavy
Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? Swallowed. Have you ever been so overwhelmed and so overtaken and so overdone that you just go
I'm dead.
swallow?
She sounds just like
Swallow.
him. She sounds just like him.
That shit is funny
I'm
as shit.
dead.
Yeah.
I cannot.
It's true.
I'm
I
dead.
could not.
All
She
right,
sounds
So
just like him.
overwhelmed and so
respectfully, I just think it's
overtaken
difficult to
that you just
determine,
go
like, if these
swallow.
isolated cases are happening en masse. Like, that's all I'm saying is, like, that may be the case. I don't know. I think it's a big claim to make. Like, unless we're looking at, like, hours of footage of all of these murder cases, and we know that that's why. I think just making that assumption, like, I don't know if that is or is not the
There you
case.
go.
I'm not going to refute it, but it seems like a leap a bit to me. But either way, yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying that that's such a small percentage as well. But like I said, it's not being talked about and it's not being spoken about. And by the way, Kevin, like I said, it's a small percentage that actually do that. A lot of these times, they're down low fellas that think that they're getting with women, and then once they see that there's a pair of testicles in those panties, they get mad, and then their feelings start to get to them. Their inner demons that they're fighting, it makes them lose control and they get to
That
Can you
go
just cite one source
crazy.
for that? Like, can you just cite like one source? That's all I need to know. Like, you please finish your
Oh
thought. Like,
my
give me one
god.
like
What the fuck?
evidence-based source. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a
the
thing.
Jerry
It's not a
Springer
thing.
show.
It's not a thing to source. There's been a lot of trans women or trans men, vice versa, whatever the fuck they are, that absolutely have
If you
been
talking
trashed
seven, we can't hear
and
you.
found in garbage cans. Well,
Seven,
I
no
was
audio
saying that.
coming out.
Oh,
Who
I
is
was saying that
Lucy,
there's been
man?
trans that have been found in trash cans in certain neighborhoods, usually urban communities, and it's not something that
Ooh,
needs to be sourced. You can just literally go
ooh,
online and be like black trannies found in urban
moose.
communities, and it'll go over a
100%.
list
But I
of them
mean,
that have been
but
found in
there
trash
was a
cans
serial.
and hotels and shit.
100%. But there's like white serial killers have used that as an MO for a really long time. Go to African
No,
American
you are right.
communities,
I'll give you that.
get
I'll give
sex
you that.
workers,
I'll give you
kill
Okay,
that.
I
them.
can
I'll
hear
give you
you
that.
now.
I will give you
I can
that.
hear
He
you
is
now.
right, and I will say that because a lot of the clientele is white males
Moose is so
that are power
messy.
bottoms and shit,
Right.
and these trans will
Yeah,
sit
them
there and
power
are sex
bottoms.
sellers. Not all of them. Some of them work regular jobs like anybody else, and some of them
Right,
do
Right.
sell sex.
right.
And when they sell sex, some of them come across Jeffrey
Hold
Dahmer.
on. I'll
And
be
you are
right
right.
back.
You
I'll
are
be
right.
Hurry your ass up,
Hey,
Brandon.
let me ask y'all a question, man. Shouldn't these people that's involved in, how should I say, in the LGBT or trans community, shouldn't they be communicating this stuff to people before they get involved with people?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
100%. Yeah, I mean, if they are,
Of
like,
course.
again, I'm not. Of course they should. Yeah, like, obviously.
Yeah,
The
but why do
same way you would.
but
See, I
y'all
look at
got
it like a,
but
I
y'all
look at it
got
like a
y'all
disease.
hold
I
on,
look at it like
y'all.
a disease or an
Listen,
ailment. The same way
but
if you
y'all
had cancer and you was on a first date,
y'all gotta peel
you should tell that
y'all
person you
gotta
got
peel the
cancer.
y'all gotta peel the onion back. But we're not talking about diseases. We talking about human choice. Y'all gotta understand what y'all talking about, because the reason why this conversation is like this, because the LGBT community in itself knows it's a problem, and it's not a natural thing that's accepted. That's why we're having these conversations. Like, these conversations are never gonna change because they know they're not widely accepted like they want to be. And rightfully so. But everybody makes their own choices. But you can't demonize a person for their choices. Now the outcome of it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? These conversations is null and void. It's really an asinine conversation. Because most people that are gay, especially men that be gay, they don't want to come out and tell people because they know it's a consequence more than likely because of it. And you're teaching the children this. That's why.
As it should be. The fuck? Death to that shit.
I ain't gonna wish death on nobody.
I
But
didn't wish
I
death.
do
I didn't wish death on nobody. I said death to that behavior, which means I don't wish death
okay.
on nobody. But if you step into that, death upon you. The fuck?
Yeah,
So
I
how
understand
isn't?
that. I understand.
Never mind.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah.
No, his brain clicked. He figured it out. He got it.
You gotta think, man. The LGBT community in itself is a very small subset of people. That's a very very small minority. The majority of
No,
people.
it's not. No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not. It's a huge minority. Catch this. I'm gonna tell you how big it is. What you're looking at is small. You're correct. You're 100% correct. What you're visually see, you gotta look at gays like the spirit world. The gays that you see are like the human people that are living. And then there's gays that you don't see. They're like these ghosts that you can't see that run the world.
What?
There's a lot of the
What?
gay people are allowed to live the way they're able to live because there's a lot of gay people that are not willing to come out the closet, but are in important places that are allowing this shit to unravel the way that it is. So this number for this gay shit is a lot bigger than you think it is, or they would not be. See, you got to remember. My mom used to always say, supply and demand is everything. So gay people are supply, their demand. They're as big a number as they are because there are more than you think there is.
But what makes your opinion validated and you just invalidated mine? You don't know that. You just said people that hide it, so you don't know if it's higher or lower.
What you mean?
You just said that's not true. It's higher. You don't know that. You just said some nonsensical stuff talking about in ghost and spirit and all that. That's not reality. That's what you think in your mind.
That is reality.
No,
There's a lot of people that are gay, that are closet gays, that don't put their business out there. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, by definition, if they're closet gays, that means you don't know. So you can't sit here and say if it's higher or lower.
You do know. You do know. Because correlation doesn't prove causation, but it's a hell of an argument. Numbers don't lie, people do. And shit ain't adding up. So the fact that these gay people are allowed to live the way they're allowed to live means there is a force behind them. There just happens to be an invisible force because a lot of gay people are out here doing gay shit, getting caught up, and they want to live gay lives, but they don't want to come out the closet. So they want to pass gay laws.
So hold on.
I'm backing
Let me
up
ask you
with
a
my
question.
hands
So
up.
you think that it's the majority of people in the world are gay? Is more majority than minority? Is what you're telling me?
No. I think a lot of people in this world are straight. But what I'm saying is there's enough gay people in this world for them to exist. For them to be seen as a normal commodity instead of the monstrosities that they are. That's what I'm trying to say. They're being seen as a normality when they're not. Nothing about them is normal.
Okay. So let's just use the United States, right? It's 50 million people in the United States. What percentage of them do you think they're part of the LGBT community?
What's like
That's
7%?
documented. That's
What's
documented.
Is
That's
it like
crazy.
11%, 7% of the population?
That's like asking the census question about how many Mexicans are in California that are documented.
I'll look it up.
There's like a significant amount of Mexicans in Mexico that's taking up Mexico.
Between a Mexican and a gay person or down low is at one of these has data.
You got a number.
How much is it?
He said less
You
than
see how
10%.
she just deflected? She didn't want to answer that.
Less than 10%.
Less than
I don't have to
10%.
deflect. I said what the fuck I said.
There's estimates
It's less
from like
than 10%.
3
And
to
I said that
7%.
10% is what's recorded.
It says 3
And
to
that
7%.
10% is what's recorded. You have what's called a census. That's what you just gave me.
So how much of a
that's what's being recorded.
How about this?
So like I said,
how about this?
that's like asking how many Mexicans are in Mexico, and then it reads
that is a
200
false
Mexicans
equivalency.
legally,
That is
but
a
you walking
false
around with
equivalency.
20,000 Mexicans in California.
That is a
You don't
false
see
equivalency.
20 million Mexicans in
how about
Mexico,
this, Black?
but the census say
Box
200.
nine.
So
How
that's what
about
I'm trying
this?
to tell you.
What
The 10%
percentage
you read
would you
from
give
is
on
irrelevant.
top of the LGBTQ
These motherfuckers way too much
community? How much more percentage would you give
How are you not getting that?
to 7% of the U.S. national average? Come on now. If 7% of the population, how much more of a percentage would you give? Would you give double, or would you give 2 or 5% of that mean?
Organic.
Yes.
I just came from Osoru's live, and he wants the PK. We're gonna talk about the recap from last night. He wants the PK.
So
That's
Black,
how you get shit done.
now that you know that
Number
it's only
3.
7%, how much more percentage points would you give to the population? Twice, half, 5%, or 2% more?
Let me.
Yeah, he's
She,
asking
she,
like what the margin of error
she's
is. Like what
she's not
conceivably
gonna
you would
answer.
think the margin of error is.
She's not gonna
Oh,
answer.
there's about 25 million gay people, maybe roundabout,
Okay, I gotta
in this
find
country.
it.
That's less than 6% of the population.
25 million, yeah.
So
So
how
I'm
much
still
more of a
not
Roundabout.
percentage would you
understanding
give to
that number. If you're able
how
to read
much?
the number, you're able to read the number because that is the gay people that came out for you to be able to count them. There are I can be gay right now and y'all don't know I'm gay.
So how
And
many?
I'm not in the
So how
Sir,
many?
it's a
census.
rough
So you're
estimate.
Okay,
being
so
It's a
weird.
rough estimate.
So
okay, so
with
by your
the
statement,
rough estimate,
black unicorn,
No,
by
you
your
cannot
statement, right?
estimate
How many
somebody's sexuality.
black
You're being
yes, you
unicorn,
can.
black
weird.
You
unicorn?
cannot do
Okay,
it.
Yes, you
so
Yes,
can.
you can.
No,
how
you
many
Can't
more
do
is
it.
it
cannot.
percentage-wise?
No, you
How
Yes,
many
you
more is
can.
it
cannot.
percentage-wise,
Trying to
black
See,
estimate
here we
black
go
somebody's
unicorn?
again.
sexuality is like
This
trying
is
to estimate somebody's
niggery.
Oh,
spirituality.
see
You
what
It
gotta be
happened?
a
cannot
part
be
of the
You done
measured.
discussion.
got all
No.
spicy and
We
hot
shouldn't
and all
be
bothered
having this
now.
discussion in front of the white
Come at.
supremacists for real.
Right,
All right,
Right.
listen,
So yeah, we're gonna switch this shit up. We're gonna
right,
go back
right,
into what
right.
we was originally talking
Excuse
about.
me,
yeah, because
everyone.
I don't.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Osoru is here, and we're going to talk about the recap from last night.
We're not here.
Brother,
We're not
shut
here
the
to
fuck up.
babysit you or to put band-aids on your.
Shut the fuck.
So,
I'm dead.
Black
go ahead.
unicorn, are you a part of that community?
Look,
No, I'm
7, we're
not.
not talking
But
about
that's the
that no more.
thing.
We're
I'm
talking about
letting you
something else.
know I'm not. I'm
Oh,
We're
letting you
not talking
know
No,
about that
I'm
no
she's with
more.
the
not. If I
No,
chose
she's
not to
with the
tell you,
strong.
nigga, you would
Yeah,
never
it's
No, we
know.
ain't
okay,
talking to
Unicorn.
you,
Don't
No,
even
bro.
answer.
hold
We ain't
on,
talking about that.
hold on, hold on.
Oh, okay.
That was fast.
Real
God
quick.
damn.
Black,
Fast.
Changing the
hold on.
subject like a
Excuse me,
motherfucker.
excuse me.
Nah, nigga.
Hold
All
on,
Nah,
right,
excuse
where
me,
y'all want
real
to
nah,
quick.
start?
nigga. Nah,
Wait a minute, wait,
nah,
real quick.
nah,
Black, just for the
nah,
Hold
information,
on, little
nah,
Black
brother.
nah.
Unicorn is with a
He's still
strong,
crying.
independent, beautiful white man. Thank you.
Yes. White
Ew.
king.
So
Ew.
why the
White
fuck
king.
So
you
Ew.
what?
defending
What's
me
wrong
then?
with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yankee
No,
Doodle
So what?
Doo.
ew.
Oh my God. Just kid. What the flipping fuck? And
Okay, the
sucking cat.
recap from last night.
Yeah,
Recap from
This is
last
a
night, please.
recap. If you wasn't there,
We were
respectfully
talking to
shut the
some.
fuck up and listen to see what the fuck we're talking about. Okay, so
Yeah.
where do you want to start? Where would y'all
Well,
like to start?
Osoru, let's go to the part where Osoru was questioning the white nationalist about his beliefs and apparently trying to dupe him in his own words. Let's go to that part. Right, Osoru?
well, I would say right about everything except for apparently, because I really did dupe him at his own words, and
You don't
he
got to,
admitted to
Lester.
it. He acquiesced. So yeah, you're right. And the actual start off was my question, the opener, the trap that I said was he implying that there was something altruistic about the KKK talking to the Nation of Islam or any neo-Nazi group, what
Right.
have you? And he went on to elaborate for a while, and then I went on to ask him or to tell him about the correlations of Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche and what Hitler did, and how Hitler used Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche to for the nationalist movement. However, what he did, Nietzsche was against. And he had no knowledge of that initially. And then he came back, and then somebody in the room on the panel pointed out, nigga, you just chat GPT that, because now he's an expert all of a sudden. And the reason why I said that was because of the knowledge, and I broke it down afterwards, you were there, was that how the So sprach Zarathustra, which was the literature written by Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche, that Germany was well aware of. They were well aware of. It was a common book amongst them, and it went hand in hand with Mein Kampf. Now, I could go in on how Also sprach Zarathustra and Mein Kampf would come into a conflict, but that wasn't the point, because they hadn't taken it there yet. That's farther into the trap. But that was my whole thing of bringing that information to the table, and he flip-flopped on it. So it just let me know how deep his information was. That's why I was kind of like done with the conversation until he GPT'd some more.
But Asuru, I don't know why. Why did you feel like you have to set him up? We were having a humbling conversation.
Oh, somebody else.
Yeah, but we were
answered that too,
we were
Bradley.
we were
Hold
having
on.
a humbling
Hold on. Have Sunshine
conversation.
repeat what she just said because we couldn't hear her.
My bad.
Go ahead, son. Go ahead, Sunshine. What you say that we
Sunshine,
couldn't
come
hear?
on.
Sunshine got zebras over here.
Oh,
Sunshine
okay. Being
zebras.
annoying.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
Sometimes,
but
sometimes we have to do
Well,
discern
there
the
was
Okay,
a
logic.
reason why. I want to answer your question, Bradley. There was a reason why I came after him because me, Akasha, Organic pointed out several fallacies in this speech, within which I had given an active one as it was given. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason why I'm questioning, because I didn't even know what was going on. I just wanted to know, why are you here? You need to leave. You need to leave.
It was Bradley's guess.
And I was
yes,
trying to
I'm the one
expound
that
why
brought him in because
they trying
I
to
felt
help.
like
They
that.
trying to get the impressionable black women to help back them, because that's whoever, back anybody, then give them protection. But like, oh man, don't destroy them because they don't mean that much. They don't mean that much. So they try to recruit more black women to get on their coattail to help break down the government that
I'm an
was protect them
impressionable
from
black
killing them
woman.
right now.
Recruit
If there
black
was
women.
no government,
What black
if
women
there
were they
was no
recruiting?
government,
So I'm an
who would stop them from
impressionable
killing
black
your ass
woman.
right now?
Who was being recruited?
If there was no government, who would stop them from killing your ass right now?
What did that got
Who
to
did they
do with?
recruit?
I'm
Who
confused.
did they recruit?
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
gonna stay confused because you don't know what the fuck going on.
Who was being recruited?
Your black ass
How was I being recruited?
listening to him, sitting there listening
Me
to that dumb shit
listening
he's
to him.
talking.
I was being recruited. I was being recruited
Yes,
by
you are.
listening to him.
Yes, the
Wow,
fuck you are. If
typical
you waste your
nigger
time
freak.
listening to
That's
that
fucking
bullshit, talking
Listening.
about
So
he's running the
That's
world
asking a
and
why
all
do
this
you?
dumb shit,
So why
and
do
help
you
me
have
break
to
down
stay
the
listening
government.
to
That's
one
a
He's
fallacy
talking
side?
about help
because
me
it's
Don't
break
you
down
want
the
to? Don't
government.
you want to know the other
He's
side
talking
though?
about help me break down the government. So once we break down the government, I can kill your dumb ass. That's recruiting your dumb ass.
First of all, number 3 can't even
By
count
being on
even
the
make
app
five.
and letting
I
all
know
that out at
damn
one
well you
time,
skipped
really,
Count.
brilliant.
What was that fucking Count Dracula shit? Anyway,
Goddamn.
Yeah, because
Y'all listening to
that's
somebody talking about help me break down the government. Help me break down the government. Help me break down the
but
government. So once we break down the
help me
government, we can
break
come
down
kill
the
your black
government.
ass.
okay, but don't
Yes,
you
so we can come
understand
kill
that the
your black
government is the
ass.
enemy?
Are we
Don't you
gonna
understand
talk
that the
about
Your
y'all
government is
dumbass
the
niggas
think
enemy?
the
helping
government
the
the enemy.
government?
You think the KKK is your friend, you dumbass.
No, I
That's why you
don't.
sit here
No, I
listening to
don't.
the
You stupid
KKK. You think the
jigaboo.
KKK
No,
is
I
your
don't.
friend,
You
and you think the
dumbass
government is
jigaboo.
your enemy.
No, I
That's what
don't.
Security.
That's how backwards
Security.
and stupid your ass is.
Osiris,
That's how
you need to
backwards and
mute that.
ignorant
You
and
need to
stupid
put
your
that.
ass
You
is.
need to put a
You sit
muzzle
here
on that
and listen
nigga
to
now.
KKK
Put
members.
a muzzle
You
on
sit
that
here and listen
nigga
to
now.
KKK members and
Put a
militia
muzzle
members
on that
and
nigga
stupid as
now.
hell. That shit sounds stupid as hell to sit here and listen
He
to
said put a
KK members
muzzle on
and
that nigga
goddamn
now.
Of course,
militia
of
members.
course, of
Y'all is
course.
ignorant as fuck.
You know I got the most.
Ignorant
No,
as
we're
fuck.
not. What's wrong with
Security.
listening to a
You
different point
dumb
of
as
view?
fuck.
What's wrong with
Security.
listening to a different point of
Trying to
view?
make
What's
me
wrong with
break my
that?
nails.
If this is
I
madness.
hate even doing that to my brother, but man, come on, bro. You gotta fucking listen, dog. Shit, you don't know what the
And
fuck
that
going
is,
on. You just
it's
talking out
crazy.
Thank
Like,
you. This is what we're talking
damn.
about. This is the problem with the
is
black
it because
community.
I'm light skinned?
No, you got them titties out today. That's why. You got them titties out today. Making these niggas act crazy.
What the fuck was that?
I think we all go through shit. We all go through shit, and sometimes that energy is best left given to us because he can wreck itself with that energy because we're familiar with that energy. Let's not be so far removed from it because we are a part of that energy, and some of us go through it a little bit more intensely because of our perceptions and where we are and what we're going through. So, I mean, it's not to make light a novel to what he's saying. However, at the same time, let's just understand that shit. Some of you wake up some days and you like the information that you have makes jokes not funnier anymore. It takes certain types of shit to make you laugh now because you're exposed to reality and you're not so entertained with the imaginary because you love what you know to be real. And sometimes shit get real for us. And we seem as to each other just a bunch of talking puppets that do nothing. But this is the original war place, our minds. This is where we've been shitted on in that battlefield. Once we clean that up, then we can clean up the rest because cleaning up the rest don't do no good if our minds ain't fucking right. So that's just another reflection of our mind that reminds us to filter that aspect in to what we're fucking doing, because we don't want to go back. We don't want to go back. We don't want to feel that
Can I
fucking
give you
way.
something? Can I give you something though?
Yeah.
You know, if a man, if the Klan comes and they, they do what they do, and then they say what they say, and then you take everything they say and turn it against them, it's right about
Yeah, but
then
the
that they
Klan's not a
they
threat.
admit to themselves that they've been Exhibit A this whole fucking time. You've been studying them like rats.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Got to do something to the ego, don't it? That these ain't the dumb black folks who we thought they were. That it's us.
What is going on? What's happening?
Yeah, but
That's the whole
the
idea.
Klan is not a threat, though. The Klan is not a threat.
That's good. Read Sun Tzu, The Art of War. We are not a threat, then we're in a better position than someone who is. That's who they'll pay attention to. Read The Art of War, Bradley Smithers. Sun Tzu, TSUNTSU. Sun Tzu. Excellent read. I'm sure once you get it, you're
You
going
read
to
that before, Bradley?
No, I prefer The Art of the Deal by President Donald J. Trump.
Oh, so you are white.
That's a pretty good book. That's a pretty good book. And what it speaks
The
of,
ID is better.
what it speaks of, he overturns and exposes a lot of things. But let's not forget that what he's exposing and overturning and showing, he also was a part of and party to. Let's not forget that.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
you don't
agree.
think
That's why
so?
everybody's mad.
Didn't
I
he
agree.
come out and say something that he knew about Epstein when Epstein was exposed? Why didn't you? You
Yeah,
said you
but
didn't fuck with him for what
Epstein,
reason? Why didn't you do something then?
But Epstein was not okay. So Epstein was not as well known, and Epstein, the only excuse
You need a
me,
moment? You need a
Trump
moment?
only went on
That's all right.
Epstein. Trump only went on Epstein's plane as to do business to fly to Mar-a-Lago. He never went to Epstein Island.
How can you be certain of that?
Just
How
grab her right
how
in the
can you
pussy.
be certain of that at all? Like, I
Three
mean, I'm just thinking,
Daniels.
like, even if you had
Because
one
he's
of
not
my
on the
heroes
guest. He's not on the
that had a
Epstein list.
connection with